Coming up right now, a streaker arrested at the happiest place on earth. Now many are asking why this Disney location has been the source of so much trouble.
Also coming up, a chef attempts to cook shrimp and mashed potatoes in an airplane bathroom. We'll show you how he does it, but the real question is how and why.
Yeah, a little bit later on. Actress and talk show host and former ex-wife of myself, Drew Barrymore, is being called needy. We got more of the recent backlash from her fans over her very strange interview with Oprah.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Donnie, Marie, so nice to see you. So here's the story behind this. I go, Jackson posts some pictures with you wearing it. I go, Jack, we got to wear this together on the show before Christmas. And look at it, we're Botsy twins.
Are you a little rock and roll, or are you country and I'm rock
I'll
and roll?
be country, you be rock and roll.
I'll be rock and roll.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, Donnie.
Matt, you got a little tradition
Yes.
you need? You have you're a nice sweater.
You know, I just try to not offend anybody every holiday season, so that's why I go with happy whatever doesn't offend you. That's my tradition. I just, whatever, you know.
Definitely
enjoy your Christmas.
Want to offend on this show.
No.
That's for sure. All right, buddy. Appreciate that.
We got the memo.
We got the memo. So I found a story online about a bride who wants to charge her guests a fee for not showing up to her wedding.
Oh, okay.
Now
Yep.
this is
Not
interesting. It's got a lot of people divided. So she said she's planned this wedding a year out. It's expensive. She had 10 people cancel on her at the last minute. Now those 10 people are going to cost her an extra $20,000.
20 grand?
Yeah, 20 grand because she's already paid for their place at the hotel. It's, you know, one of those big fancy weddings. And so she's like, should I be charging a fee for these people to cancel at the last minute? And it's not because they're not available or there's a death in the family. They just decided it wasn't the best time for them to go.
Right, and I got married last February. You're about to get married, Matt, and it is a big deal. Nowhere near 20 grand. We had to, but you budget out per person when you buy your food and all that sort of thing. And I don't think you should, but you should if you're going to bow out, especially destination weddings, and you know that they've put up money for it. You need to buy them a comparable present. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean, you have to do something nice like that.
I think it's sort of, I think it's really in poor taste to cancel on somebody like that at the very last minute. Should you charge them a fee? I don't know. Then the question is, should you be having a wedding that is that expensive?
Destination weddings are not cheap altogether, and a lot of people say, yeah, I can do it. It's usually a year ahead of time, and then life happens.
How do you enforce that though? It's not like you can go run their credit, but like, with my family, we'll send little Tony over there and he'll, make with the collections.
Maddie's wedding.
Take care. Right, well that's true, but you think about the amount of money that's being spent, isn't there something built in where you're probably expecting 10 people to cancel, so you kind of include that in a buffer?
We're doing our list now. I'm going, they're not coming. Like, they're just not going to come. I'm going to send them an invite. I got to invite them, but I go, they're not going to come.
All right, it's very expensive. Something you should definitely keep through. I'd love to know what folks at home, drop us an email. You can go to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There's a button right there that'll drop us an email, or just send us one at flash@dailyflashshow.com. We go to the most magical place on earth for this first story. A guest at Disneyland pulled off a wild stunt by getting naked on It's a Small World ride. Leave your jokes at home. He technically didn't get all naked. He was down to his skivvies. It took place while the ride was actually still moving too, and that's when he started taking off his clothes. Park employees stopped the ride, got him away from other guests. A short time later, he was taken into custody by the Anaheim Police Department. Video shows him wading through makeshift river without his shirt on. There's another clip that shows the guy messing with the characters inside the ride. This is just one of the several park-related incidents at both Disneyland and Disney World that have made some national headlines this year. I guess the cameras have a lot to do with this. We don't know what this mental state of this gentleman was is another thing, but even still, there's cameras all in these rides, first off, and there's loudspeakers and stay in the boat. They know that sort of thing. think cameras are the reason why we're seeing more and more of these stories.
Well, and I think there's a certain group of people that like to go to theme parks and they like to enhance their experience. And maybe they overindulge, or it doesn't go well with whatever they're currently taking or that might be in their system. So you might end up with someone like this gentleman.
The other story, I believe earlier this year, a guy was dared $6,000. Was it
$6,000 to jump into the lake at Epcot.
Yeah, and he did it.
And then there was a lady that grabbed a pickle off Living with the Land. They're all doing it for the Instagram clicks. With this guy, it had to be a drug thing because they don't even sell alcohol in Disneyland.
That's right.
So.
Oh no, they do.
Oh, now they do it little carts.
No. Well, there is one place in Disneyland where you can get booze. It's Club 33, but you have to be a member.
You also got to pay $20,000 a year.
Well, that's true. But you can go to the California Adventure side and drink to your heart's content, and then come back to Disneyland. Yeah. Well, it's hard to imagine the experience of air travel getting any worse, but one man is clearly up for the task after secretly filming himself cooking inside of an airplane bathroom. I have so many questions about this story. He calls himself Barfly as he guides viewers through the process of making what he calls the mile-high bathroom garlic shrimp and mash. He uses two 6-volt batteries wired to a beverage heater. This allows him to get the water hot enough to cook the shrimp. He then adds instant mashed potatoes and seasoning for extra flavor. And he tops it all off with garlic butter.
I mean, people's hands were inside
that sink? Now here's my question, like, A, why are you doing this? And B, how did he get those batteries on the plane?
I mean, they'll tell you if you put any kind of luggage through, it'll say, is there any kind of batteries in this as well? And your carry-ons, you can't have batteries as well because those things can explode altogether. And so for him to do that, number one, it's going to tell you there's some kind of issue going on.
Yeah.
You know, and this, you should be put on a list. Because now, how do we know he's not going to do that again? He put other people at risk.
Yes, absolutely. Not to mention, how long did he spend in the bathroom when other people probably needed to use it?
Another thing. It's a disgusting area. It's like the worst place you could possibly be, and then to see it in that sink.
You're boiling shrimp in an airplane bathroom sink. Okay.
No,
yeah.
All right. You guys know how much I love me some Drew Barrymore.
Love
Drew Barrymore. But according to some fans on social media, they claim Drew actually has no sense of personal space. The 48-year-old actress and talk show host, she's actually taken some heat for a bizarre exchange that she had when she interviewed Oprah Winfrey. And during an appearance of her on the Drew Barrymore show, Oprah praised Drew for starting her own TV talk show.
Stroking Oprah.
And as the interview continued on, Barrymore can actually be seen tightly grabbing Winfrey's hand, moving in closer with no intention of easing on her grip. And then you can see her starting to caress Oprah's arm as well.
Oprah's like, I'm out.
Yeah. The whole exchange came across kind of awkward, and the audience and many of Drew's most faithful fans as well. Yeah, this is weird.
That is very weird.
I'm not going to lie. But if it's Drew, she has always kind of come off. Yeah, now it's really weird, man. There's laws against that, man. You got me all mixed up. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. She's kind of a hippie. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And she's always been that way.
Very much a love child.
Kind of a love child. And she obviously, I'm not defending her. I'm just trying to set the situation up. She probably has a lot of admiration for Oprah, realizing I'm never going to have more of this opportunity, and she's let me do it. I didn't see Oprah pulling away.
Well, but she did. Oprah to me looked a little uncomfortable because she started to kind of scoot away, and then she just she grabbed on even harder, and it's like, oh, this is so awkward.
Yeah.
Very
She's
strange.
had a couple weird things happen. She had the whole thing during the writer's strike and everything, where she was coming back, and then she wasn't going to do her show.
Yeah.
She had that secret boyfriend for like 3 years or something like that.
She wasn't supposed to tell anybody about us, but
but she did.
apparently so. I love her. Listen, if that's what you get, even when she does regular interviews, she sits like on a seat
Does
like
she?
this.
Okay,
like,
I don't think I've ever watched her whole show.
That's kind of her deal, and she was real excited. So I'm going to defend her.
I don't know if it's not so much her holding the hand. I think it's the stroking of the arm that's just sort of like, it's a little weird. Yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah,
it's
I
true.
know. Very true.
She is who she is.
She is, very true. George Santos, he is who he is, right?
Are you
We
sure?
don't know. We don't know. It's all a lie. What's real or not?
Smoke and mirrors, ladies and gentlemen. He's been ousted from Congress, but that doesn't mean he's out of a job. During a recent interview, Santos said he topped his annual congressional salary in just 7 days on Cameo. It's the video website that allows users to purchase short, personalized messages from a variety of celebrities. Take a look.
How much money have you made, and are you going to surpass the amount of money you could have made in Congress in a whole year?
I can tell you that by the end of this week, that is actually factual. I will have made more money in 7 days than I would have made an entire year in Congress.
The claim was backed up by host Yasser Ali, who confirmed that he made more than his annual salary. Santos said he had more than 500 videos booked earlier this week. The former New York representative was making $174,000 a year as a congressman.
I believe it. I mean, I know it's hard to believe, but I believe it. I mean, he's charging $250 a pop, and they can go up from that point as well. And people were wanting to jump on the bandwagon early on, and so he gets all these bookings, and you pay in advance. Whether it comes through is if he does those 500 bookings or whatever is a different story. So will he actually make it? I don't know. He'd have to make 500
Is it kind of discouraging though when you talk about the congressional salary? And look, that's nothing to sneeze at, but you see these folks doing it. You see teachers going to OnlyFans because there's a chance for them to make gobs more money, and they do it.
It's all the celebration of celebrities, really
Yes.
what it is. We have to keep that in mind. We have more Flash coming our way. Guess what? It's absolutely free, too. Don't you go anywhere. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash, right before the big holiday, hence the ugly sweater. Mitch English along with Andrea Jackson. And today we're digging into a roundtable discussion that has critics all around the world either crying foul or saying, hey, good call. Here's the topic. Who gets into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Am I right? The conversation actually has taken a turn after Cher recently called out the Hall of Fame for excluding her. Here's what she said during a recent interview over on the Kelly Clarkson show.
I'm not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wait, are you
You
serious?
know what? I wouldn't be in it now if they gave me $1 million.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you.
All right, to give you an idea of how other people might feel, other famous artists that have been snubbed by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for years have also been out there. Here's our roundtable where we all get to jump in and say our thoughts. First off, James, I want to talk to you about all of this. By the way, some of those other places, Bad Company, Billy Idol's not in it, Barry White, the B-52s. These are all the artists that say, why aren't we in it? But yet, like last year, Dolly Parton was actually brought into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and she's like, I don't have any rock and roll roots to me. Why am I in here? What are your thoughts there, James?
Honestly, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is similar to with the NCAA playoffs. They both suck. When you talk about honestly, when you look at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they did the same thing to hip hop. I mean, you have hip hop artists who are who've been in the game for multiple years and who are not in the Hall of Fame. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, you got Eminem, hometown Detroit favorite.
Right.
He's in the Hall of Fame before Rakim. Then he was in the Hall of Fame during a time where they were thinking about LL Cool J. It took LL Cool J 10 years to get in there. So it's interesting who they pick and choose. I think it's just all about money. Go Florida State.
Matt, I know that as far as music goes, you're a little bit like me. It's kind of like once you get stuck in your music, you want to do it. Your thoughts on this, and do you think that will there ever be a chance where people that actually play rock and roll will be into this, or will it be just anybody that's actually famous for the amount of time, or maybe pay enough to get in?
I think it's a pay enough thing, and I mean, you've heard multiple artists complain about this, and sometimes they even say when they finally do get in, they want nothing to do with it because of the money grab that goes in with it. I got to go to the ceremony one year, and it's just 5 hours of droning on and thanking this person and that person, but it doesn't feel like there's any real substance to it. I was kind of like, it's kind of a vapid, situation there. I mean, I was there on a year when Bon Jovi was inducted, which they should be. But, some of the bands, like James was just saying, it's like Eminem's in there before Billy Idol. Like, I don't understand that. Their selection process has never made sense to me.
So you think, Jackson, it's more like a commercial thing? It's like, it's like the Emmys, you just want to get people to tune in or come to the event.
Well, there's a panel of people who obviously pick these nominees, and what's interesting about the Hall of Fame is that the artist has to be in the music business for at least 25 years before they can even be nominated or considered. And then once you're nominated, that doesn't mean that you actually get in. You might just be nominated. So there's all sorts of things that come with it. And then people say, like you mentioned, Mitch, Dolly Parton's country, she's not rock and roll, but they have different categories for different artists. I can't believe Barry White is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Billy Idol, though, got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So in my opinion, I'd rather have the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame than an invite to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I think summing it all up, where is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Cleveland.
Where is the where is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremonies? New York City.
New York.
Makes no sense
No
whatsoever.
sense.
Why don't they have it even in Cleveland? And Cleveland feels snubbed every single year, but even though you can go there, it's a cool museum. You go by and check it out, but still just not the case there. All right, we'd love to know your thoughts. You could drop us an email just by going by our website, dailyflashshow.com, or of course you can drop us an email straight to us, flash@dailyflashshow.com.
The holidays can be a challenge even for supermoms trying to do some last-minute grocery shopping. So we're calling on registered dietitian Jillian Barkham, who's teamed up with Aldi for some great holiday money-saving ideas. Hi, Jillian. How are you?
Hi, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. So what is your best advice for shopping during the holidays?
You know, as a mom of 3, I'm all about being efficient. That's why it's really important to have a plan so that you can shop smart and stay within a budget. Like you mentioned, I've teamed up with Aldi because making the right selections while shopping is so key. They are your ultimate destination for holiday shopping with over 300 winter offerings from gourmet cheeses, meats, charcuterie, snacks, wine, and more. Plus, they have fresh fruit and vegetables delivered fresh daily, which I love as a dietitian, and plant-based alternatives if you're looking for some of those options and don't want to break the bank.
And what are some of the recipes you have?
Well, like I mentioned, they have the biggest seasonal selection. They have 80 new items, and a lot of them are under $10. So you really are going to be able to stay within your budget. For your main course, Aldi's actually expanding their meat and seafood selections. They have pork sirloin roast, or you can have something like this pork loin that I made with rosemary, sage, thyme. It's so good. I made it and my house smelled amazing. You could try a caprese Christmas wreath, which is fun. Everyone loves that when they see them at the houses. And then a strawberry Christmas tree for a fruit platter is fun for kids. Or have some festive white chocolate pretzels. Those are also a great gift to hand out to people. You can find all the recipes on my Instagram at It's Jillian. And of course, we have to have some amazing beverages. They have 8 new seasonal sips as low as $6.99. I love their Intermingle Pinot Noir, so try that one. And they also launched their first ever specially selected wine collection with 10 premium bottles under $10. And don't forget to grab some of those ready-to-serve desserts and side dishes. Plus, they have curbside pickup and delivery if you're looking to make your shopping that much more convenient.
It's awesome. Where can we go for more info?
For more information on holiday shopping and also the curbside and delivery options, go to aldi.us.
Thanks, Jillian, and we'll have all this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. We've got some great last-minute gift ideas from our lifestyle expert, Joanne Butler. Hi, Joanne.
Thanks for having me. Well, let's start with some amazing tech deals from Verizon. They're really making it easy, like a one-stop shop, giving you not only huge savings on their service plans, but also some epic freebies that are some of the most coveted things actually on people's lists, like $100 off JBL Pulse 5 speakers, $40 off Sony Portable X Series Bluetooth speakers, up to $70 off Shokz Open Run headphones, 25% off select Anchor chargers, and $20 off Apple AirTag 4-pack. So it's just amazing. They're also having a great promotion on Verizon Home Internet. All customers, new and existing, can switch with a 5-year price guarantee. Plus, you'll get freebies, more freebies, an Amazon Echo Show 10 or a $200 Amazon gift card, plus an Xbox Series X and a $100 Verizon gift card. I mean, it's just amazing when I say it. I can't even believe it. And you can find these in store or online. You just head to verizon.com/holiday. Some one or the other, so definitely get online and check it out. Again, it's verizon.com/holiday. Now, this is just an amazing gift, I think, that people wouldn't think to get for themselves, which is always kind of nice. It's the new water-picked Hair Wand Pulse Spa system. And this is like a daily spa treatment for your hair and your entire body. It has 12 different spray settings, including the Power Pulse Therapeutic Strength Massage that's clinically shown to help soothe muscle tension and increase flexibility and promote a more restful sleep. Who doesn't need that? And for your scalp, it uses a pulsating comb-shaped spray right here that delivers a relaxing scalp massage. It removes visible flakes too and just leaves your scalp feeling really clean, and that's really the key to great looking hair. So a great gift. Love this. And you can get it right at homedepot.com for $79.98 in chrome. It also comes in brushed nickel for $89.99, and it even has this 8-foot flexible hose you can use, to bathe the kids or pets or even to clean the shower. I just love this long hose. And there you have it. Those are some must-have last-minute holiday gifts for you. Get out there and get shopping. Happy holidays.
Hey kids, well, it is almost time to do it for Christmas. Christmas has always been my favorite time of year. And you know what? It's really about the people you're with. Now, what does Christmas mean to me? Well, it means family, friends, gifts, those people you only have to deal with once a year and wish Santa would have left them a stocking full of cat poop instead of a new Nintendo. It still is magical. Now, I was fortunate enough to have a dad and mom who made Christmas very special for me every year. And as an only child, you can imagine it was just a me. I'd go to Santa and he'd ask, "Little boy, what do you want for Christmas this year?" in a British voice for whatever reason. And I would always have a list of Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Disney stuff, and PlayStation games, and most years I got them. Was I spoiled? Probably. Was it awesome? Yes. But what's funny is that as I've gotten older, things have changed. Christmas to me has become more about the time, the events, and the people who I would spend Christmas Eve with and Christmas. By that, I mean it would become more about what Clark Griswold spoke about. We're all in this together. This is a full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here, and we're going to press on. We're going to have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny Bleepin' K. Now, it's been tough since my dad passed, who used to put all of our Christmas lights up, get the tree, hide the gifts in the storeroom at his club, and have the annual tradition of getting tanked at my uncle's Christmas Eve party, and one year he came in and fell into the Christmas tree. Well, times have passed, and what I am thankful for is the time I get to spend with everybody, and that the spirit of Christmas is still continuing, and I'm thankful for everybody here at Daily Flash that I've got to spend many, many years with spending Christmas with, and I'm thankful I can still get to spend it with my mom every year, and my new fiance.
There you go, Matt. That's the way to
Merry
do it.
Christmas, guys.
As well as your little cat.
And the cat.
I loved all those pictures.
Yeah, it's a nice little Matt Doolittle through his life. I love all that. Hey, we have got check it out right here. It's the Voices of Liberty from Disney's. It's the Dickens Carolers. Check it out.
Here they come with a happy song. Here they come, let's all sing along. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle away. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle away. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Ho, bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle away. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle, jingle away. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
All right, getting ready for the new year. We're getting ready for Christmas and our Christmas ugly sweaters, so we're really excited about this. When you gather around for pictures, you're doing yourself a big, big favor if you're taking pictures in groups. Research from the University of California, San Diego have come out. They said that because we are built with this visual system in our minds that does ensemble representations, we look better when we're in groups.
Really?
So it comes all the way back from the beginning of man. We are instinctively drawn to just average-looking faces, because what happens is our body, our eyes will see like a group of people, and we make this average. Kind of a Photoshop of your own face, and it makes us look better. So it takes pretty much all of the calculations of who's around you to bring you together to make this quick look. You will look better when you're in a group of people.
Okay, very interesting.
So try that out this maybe for New Year's Eve, for Christmas pictures or whatever. Try to be in groups, and that's supposed to look better when you're on that way. I know I do.
So the fact that you've got other people around you, somehow our eye puts together a composite of everybody, and that's the one face they see.
That's the one initially. I mean, once they start looking in on it, then things change.
What if you get that one uncle with a snaggle tooth and half an ear?
You
want to be
get
close
a little
to him?
bit of that. Yeah. You'll get the snaggle. You get to pick one or the other. The snaggle tooth or the ear thing.
Well, then you've got maybe the smoking hot cousin, and that sort of balances it out, right?
Yeah. Try not to stand too close to her though. Just kind of move a little further away, because then that way, you mesh together.
And you have to have that conversation.
I guess at Disneyland pulled off a wild stunt by getting naked on the It's a Small World ride. Well, half naked anyway. It all took place as the guest was leaving the ride while it was still moving. That's when he started taking off his clothes. Park employees stopped the ride, got him away from the other guests. A short time later, he was taken into custody by the Anaheim Police Department. Video showed him wading through the makeshift river without his shirt on. Another clip shows the guy messing with the characters inside the ride. This is just one of several park-related incidents at both Disneyland and Disney World that have made national headlines this year. It doesn't seem like he was doing it for the video attention. It seemed like maybe he might have been having somewhat of an episode.
I was, looking at it, it kind of felt that way. It's surprising, though, that he got to go as far as he did, because they have so many cameras going on in there, and usually it seems like somebody would rush in to, try to make sure that he didn't do any damage or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been stuck on the It's in Small World with my boys, but we weren't moving or anything, and people behind us just started getting up and walking off, and my boys were like, "Come on, Dad, let's get off this thing." And I'm like, "No,
Nope,
I'm not, I don't want to. I'll sit.
You don't want to go to Disney jail.
And they do not turn off the music. I'm telling you right now, and I could see how that would drive you to a rage to want to do it, but the music keeps on playing, and now it's in my mind.
Doesn't it play 24/7? Like they never turn
Somebody told me that, right?
Music off, right? Matt's our Disney guy.
It goes 24/7, and it will drive you insane. I got stuck on Mission Space once, and it's this small centrifuge capsule you're in. We were stuck in there for about 20 minutes. We could not get out. Like, I started banging on the door, like, I'm gonna push this open.
What you don't realize, because what that ride does, it brings you close. You're like really close.
And we were stuck in. It was me and my fiance, and we were stuck in there with two people we don't even know who smelled. So we were like, please let us out of here. There's no AC.
Yeah. And by the way, that is also a ride that's got a centrifuge in it. To make you feel like you're.
You're supposed to feel like claustrophobic
right?
and stuff, but this guy was clearly on something, or I don't know. I don't get that mentality of just maybe getting off and walking is one thing, but the stripping the clothes is a whole other.
I don't understand the clothes thing.
Yeah, but I think what happens is sometimes people go to the parks and they take things that enhance their experience, and maybe he had a bad reaction.
That's probably what it wasn't that magical at all.
It wasn't.
For sure. All right, we have more Flash. We're going to have more trending news, entertainment, everything you want. It's all coming your way right here on Daily Flash.
KSA Entertainment believes in our communities. We value those who have dedicated their lives to enrich our own. KSA Entertainment is proud to introduce our corporate initiative, KSA Cares. KSA Cares shines a light, gives a voice, and lends a helping hand through compelling awareness initiatives. From supporting veterans to environmental awareness, KSA Entertainment is proud to produce content supporting ways to help communities all across America.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. In today's Help My Home, we've got some great last-minute DIY Christmas decorating tips. Are you ready for this?
I am red-eyed.
Okay, here we go. We start with this one from Make It With Mika. She shows us her 3 most viral DIY holiday decorating ideas, all from Dollar Tree.
Okay.
Here are 3 of my most viral Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs. First, we're going to make a dupe of this expensive tree collar. Grab a Dollar Tree laundry basket and remove the bottom. Next, you're going to want to cut down the middle of the laundry basket, and then you're going to want to grab about 9 to 10 Dollar Tree mop pads. Hot glue the mop pads on and just slip the collar into place. For this next DIY, we're going to make a dupe of these jumbo ornaments. I used these jumbo balls from Walmart, and yes, you can still find them in store. I also used this wire from Amazon and these metallic spray paints. And these containers were used for the tops of the bells. Now, a word of caution about the different types of spray paints. I found that only the metallic spray paints worked with these types of balls. And for our final Dollar Tree DIY, I wanted to make a dupe of this $50 candy cane pillow. First, you're going to zip tie a pool noodle to a Dollar Tree reform. Then you're going to wrap the pool noodle in thick blanket yarn using hot glue. Now, I hope you guys don't mind that I've started sharing some of my Christmas DIYs, but Christmas is my most favorite holiday. And my real OGs know that DIYs take time.
Some great ideas there. Next up, here's a budget-friendly way to dress up your staircase.
Here's a beautiful and fun way to decorate your staircase for Christmas. Go get some pool noodles, cut them down the middle, and secure them to the railing with zip ties. Then get some ornaments. I got tons of these for cheap and a glue gun. You want to start by gluing the biggest ornaments first, and then taking smaller ones and gluing them to fill all the gaps. Then you can glue on some more decorative bits such as pine cones and get some greenery and shove them to cover some more gaps as well. And finishing off by getting some gold ribbon and wrapping it and tucking it in. And now your stairway is a beautiful Christmas masterpiece. But the best part is you can cut the zip ties, take it off in one piece, and apply it again for next year. What do you guys think?
Super fun.
I think that's really a good idea. I like that, yeah.
Well, and here's another one. This is for the mantle or maybe even a Christmas gift for the host of your next holiday party.
So let's start with these snowy mason jar tea light holders. Super easy. I actually take mason jars that we get from our local farmers market when we get our dilly beans and some of our canned goods. I save them and I remove the labels. With a foam brush, I'm going to do a light coat of the Mod Podge glue. This is the matte. You could use any one that you prefer, but I actually like the matte because it gives a really pretty reflection when you put the candle inside. So I'm going to just gently brush some of the glue on the outside of the mason jar. And I'm going to do 2 of these, but this would also be really pretty for a wedding or an event. I know there's lots of Christmas parties and events this time of the year, and this is a really easy way to add something to a table, or I'm going to be putting these on my mantle. But yes, so I'm going to go ahead and start by doing like a light layer of the glue. And if you have another type of glue, you could use that as well. But I really like to always have Mod Podge around, especially in my DIY kit, because I use it for a lot of different projects. Then I have some cardboard cut out here that I put some snow on, and then I'm just going to gently tap around all the way around the mason jar, and then I'm going to let that dry. Once it's dry, I'm going to add a few little elements to it just to really give it an even more holiday-friendly feel. I'm going to make 2 today for our mantle, but you can repeat this process to make however many you need for tables or for decor for an event or for a wedding or for your own home. So really, really simple. Just going to let those dry. Once they have a chance to fully dry, then I'm going to take a little bit of twine and some greenery. You could just use greenery from the Christmas tree or a small pine cone or cranberries or whatever you prefer. You can get creative with it.
Easy breezy.
Indeed. And guys, whiskey can go inside those, so you can make them, right, for anybody
That's
else.
a great idea.
It looks like it. Actually, those are the things you would keep forever because you made them, you know, and then you give them away.
And that's another good one to do with the kids because
100%.
it's easy and maybe on Christmas morning if you're looking for something to do, that's a good craft project.
Keep them occupied.
Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Andrea Jackson. It's time to get flashed. We have 2 stories we want to chime in on for the show, and we have our handy little buzzer here, so we each get 15 seconds to comment. Our first story, should a mom get flashed for lacing her daughter's food with laxatives to stop a bully from stealing her kid's lunch at school? The mom says she noticed her daughter's lunches were gone without any explanation. She talked to the teacher and principal who offered little sympathy, no solution. That's when she decided to take things into her own hands. Her plan worked. The boy from her daughter's class was the bully, and he stopped stealing her lunch, but the story doesn't end there. The boy told his mom that the little girl was feeding him food with laxatives, and she ended up getting suspended. Should the mom get flashed for the laxative revenge, and should the daughter have been suspended? All right, let's go to our panel here. Mitch, I'll start with you.
All right, first off, listen, it's actually a dangerous thing to give people laxative. I know it's always a funny thing, but you don't know how much, if you put too much in it, their body reacts to it. Something deadly could have actually come out of this. So was it the right thing to do? Absolutely not. But you could see as a parent, you say, oh, there you go. Why would you?
Okay, Maddie, you're up next.
This is so messed up. Look, I get it if the little girl was feeding stuff. We all had that time in school where we were swapping lunches and everything, but that mom should be under some serious punishment for doing that. That's a bad thing. If you ever saw Van Wilder, you'll know why. That can really have a bad ending there.
Yeah, there's definitely some poor judgment on a number of people's parts there. Next up, a majorette from Penn State is suing the school and claiming a coach was fat-shaming her. Caitlin Wassel is suing the university for sexual and gender-based harassment, claiming the school failed to protect her from the abuse of a majorette coach. That coach's name was Heather Bean. Now, Caitlin accuses the coach of forcing her to wear a uniform the student claims was too small during school performances at games. Wassel says this all led to an eating disorder for her and even a suicide attempt. The former twirler says she still has panic attacks to this day. So who should get flashed here, the school, the coach, or the student? Mitch?
All right. Well, I think obviously the coach. If here's the thing: can you prove that actually that she made her do this, or was like, look, this is the only one that we have in this size, or did she say, no, you have to wear one that's smaller than what you normally do? That's what I would like to know. Get that details out first, because otherwise, those are a very flashy outfit that they're supposed to wear out there.
All right,
Matt, take it.
Look, if sometimes you can't fit in those outfits, but I think, at least I know I had coaches that just pushed you to a brink and, said some stuff that was bad. I think if you get into any sport, especially a collegiate one like that, or even high school, you're going to have to deal with that type of stuff.
All right, there we go. It's getting flashed there.
Mocktails and non-alcoholic drinks are more than just a trend. It's now a movement. Joining us with some fun mocktail recipes is lifestyle expert Hillary Scheinbaum.
The sober curious movement is more relevant than ever, and the rise of wellness culture and decreased interest in alcohol have contributed to a surge in popularity for non-alcoholic beverages. Consumers, especially those in Gen Z, are in tune with feeling healthier and maximizing their free time with better habits. With more individuals taking an interest in a healthier lifestyle and exploring the sober curious movement, Celsius mocktails are a great option for entertaining year-round. Celsius mocktails are delicious, refreshing, and perfect for anyone who wants the fun and energy of a traditional cocktail without the buzz and hangover. They have the perfect balance of flavor and energy for every occasion. Here are some of my favorites, which I have here today. Transport to a refreshing tropical paradise with Celsius Tropical Vibe Celcerita. Experience a refreshing oasis with the Celsius Prickly Pear Punch. And of course, an energizing twist on a timeless favorite, the Celsius Shirley Temple. For more information, visit celsius.com/mocktails.
We sure love having you along for the ride here on Daily Flash. So much so, there is so much more trending news and entertainment head your way. But first, we want to check in with our friends at Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
Learning to play an instrument stimulates the brain, improving functions like memory and abstract reasoning skills, which are essential for math and science.
As a musician, I realize the value of incorporating music into a child's education. There's a lot of verified research showing that an education rich in music improves students' cognitive function and academic performance.
One of the easiest ways to learn is online. The music learning service from Ubisoft called Rocksmith Plus has been heralded for setting the standard for aspiring musicians or people who just want to brush up on their guitar, and now they can learn to play piano too. All instruments under one app for the same price. Rocksmith Plus has over 7,500 top hit songs, including artists Coldplay, Paramore, Green Day, and more. For more about Ubisoft's Rocksmith Plus, try it free for 30 days at GetRocksmith.com.
Artificial intelligence may seem scary, but it's been working for us for a while now, and now it's changing how we work. A new survey finds 73% of employers are looking for AI-skilled talent, but most can't find it, so it's AWS to the rescue.
We're actually now going to provide specifically free AI skills as well to at least 2 million people globally, because we want everybody to learn this, all the way from K-12, where we're providing just partnership with code.org to get people exposed to the technology in a fun and interactive way, to high school and college, where we provide an AWS Generative AI scholarship to more than 50,000 people to learn about generative AI technology. And then finally, we have more than 100 free and low-cost training courses on AI that are available to people in the workforce.
Get more information at aboutamazon.com/29million.
An Entertainment Software Association survey of U.S. adults and children ages 10 to 17 learned that requests for video game gifts tops the list of what kids want this holiday season.
The majority of both girls, 59%, and boys, 86%, say they plan to ask for video game gifts for the holidays. The top 5 specific asks being for game subscriptions and game consoles. Game gear, accessories, in-game currency, and physical video games are in the 20 and 30% range.
More than 212 million Americans play video games regularly, and many are going back to some of the most beloved themes, like Ubisoft's latest Assassin's Creed Mirage, which celebrates the 15th anniversary of the franchise. And Just Dance is a self-sustaining party workout game that everyone can use. For more about some of this year's newest video games, visit store.ubisoft.com.
Follow the Daily Buzz on social media.
Twas the month of Christmas, and all through the flash, the hosts were rehearsing as Matt took out the trash.
How is this my job?
The cameras were in place, the scripts handled with care. How come the good-looking voice guy never gets on air? Mitch in his necktie, Andrea in her dress.
Are we gonna shoot the show? I don't know, I guess.
The viewers were watching from all over the map.
You think your job's bad? I have to read this crap.
So wherever you watch us, TV, phone, or our site.
Happy holidays to all!
You had one line.
And to all, a good night.
Season's greetings from all of us at Daily Flash.
All right, welcome back to Daily Flash. This is Streaming for the Weekend, and normally we tell you about new movies you need to stream, but since the holidays are here, it's a Streaming for the Weekend Holiday Edition. Woo. What is the one holiday movie you gotta check out? We're gonna start off with Andrea.
Okay, my pick for this one is the classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1964. Take a look.
I've got some bad news, folks. Christmas is going to be canceled. There's nothing I can do. This weather. Yeah, Rudolph, please, would you tone it down a bit? I mean, that nose of yours. That nose.
So Rudolph is available on Freeform or for purchase on Apple TV and Amazon Prime for $7.99. You can also catch it for free on CBS.
I want you to watch this, and I want you to watch Rudolph's dad about how he is the biggest piece of crap.
Yeah, he's a horrible
The dad is a horrible father. Watch that movie, man. What you got, Maddie?
Mine is a must-watch every Christmas, and that is the family classic, Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
The naughtiest guy in town just might discover.
He's a really sweet kid, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess so. How to be nice.
Good night, Santa. Good night, Mrs. Santa's sister.
Yeah, I've got that on DVD, VHS. You can get it on Apple. It's on Netflix too, and just the best. I mean, they made a Bad Santa too, and that was horrible.
They're never the same.
I mean, it's just come on. You know what you're getting: Billy Bob Thornton, Drunk Santa. There you
got
go.
to. All right, there is no other movie that represents Christmas to me than the one with Cousin Eddie.
Hey, kids. I heard on the news that an airline pilot spotted Santa's sled on its way in from New York. You serious, Clark?
If you don't quote that 100 times.
I do. I quote that throughout the year.
You're right.
I love that movie, and it's what that Christmas is. We want you to have a great weekend, but a great Christmas, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Get all the shopping done.
Yes. And make sure you're with your families. And thanks for having to watch these bad sweaters, ugly sweaters throughout the entire show today.
We actually look pretty good, all three of us
coordinated.
together.
Too terribly bad, I guess, right?
I didn't get the group memo. But
that's all right. Next year.
It works.
Check out our website if you want to see anything we talked about here on the show. Bye-bye, y'all. We'll see you when we look at you. Say bye, everybody.